Jeep just pulled away some more Wrangler trims. Find out now what they took away. Hey guys, Matt with Susquehanna Automotive. Now, today I'm gonna go over some things that honestly they change every day. And it's one of those things that I always say to my viewers, to the people that text me, give me a call. If you guys are looking at a specific trim or option and you give me a call, I build it out for you and you're ready to pull the trigger, there's a good reason why I say it might be a good time to do that. Because over the weekend, Jeep pulled away a ton more trims. You know, I went on this morning already to start building out for this week and they pulled away a bunch. I was noticed that it's kind of slim pickings when you open it up and actually see what you can order. And this is just all from people giving me a call. So I'm gonna let you guys know as of this week what is available still to order. Stay tuned towards the end of the video because I got some other cool news about, you know, obviously the 2023 model, and then I actually placed an order for my own Wrangler. So stay tuned to the end, guess while you're watching this video, and I'll show you guys what I ordered at the end of this. We're gonna start off with the 2022 Wrangler two-door. Obviously that's a popular one. We've got a lot of them on order, especially for the Rubicon. But in the Sport, they took away the big one. They took away the 23. So they took away all the manual options. You still can order the 2-liter turbo. You can get the 3.6 standard with the automatic, and you can get the 3.6 e-torque. The 25K, which is the Willys Sport, and that's the 3.6 e-torque, that's the only way you can get a Willys Sport right now. The only way you can get a Willys is in a 3.6 e-torque, and the only way you can get a Sport S is in the 3.6 e-torque as well. So really the only one you have options is in the base Sport model. You got the 2-liter, 3.6, and the 3.6 e-torque, all with autos. So honestly, you went from, I'd say there was probably 12 to 15 different options last week, and now there's 6. So pretty slim pickings there. The Rubicon, it gets even slimmer of pickings. The only Rubicon two-door you can order right now is the 2-liter turbo. So no more 3.6 manual, no more 3.6 e-torque auto, just the 2-liter turbo on the Rubicon. So it's trimming down pretty quickly here, guys. Let's move on to the 4-door, because I would say for my orders, it's probably 80% 4-door, 20% 2-door. So we'll work right down through. We'll start at the Sport, and I'm gonna kind of just work my way through. If you guys find this a little bit boring, I hope not. If you're looking to place an order, this is probably gonna help you. So on the Unlimited Sport, you still can get the 3.6 manual, you can get the 2-liter turbo, and you can get the diesel. So no e-torque or no standard 3.6 auto for the Sport now. The Willys Sport, you can get the 3.6 manual, you can get the 2-liter turbo, you can get the 3.6 e-torque, and you can get the diesel. Sport S, you've only got 2 options. You can get the 2-liter turbo, or you can get the diesel option. And then in the regular Willys, you can only get 2-liter turbo, 3.6 e-torque. And then for the Sport Altitude, we've got 2-liter turbo, 3.6 e-torque, and then last but not least, the High Tide, which is built upon a Sport platform. Now, if you guys are really interested in a lot of these, I like to go over the Sport. I'll probably jump right into the Rubicon because honestly, there's not too much left. The Sahara 4xe and the Rubicon 4xe are still good to go. As you guys know, if you've been watching, the 392 is gone for this model year. But let's jump right into the Rubicon here because that one, obviously, we order a ton of here, and that's what most of my orders coming in. For the 4-door, the Unlimited 2022, you can only order right now the 2-liter turbo and the turbo diesel. So those are the only 2 options for the 4-door Wrangler. And I'm sorry if this is a ton of options for you guys. Obviously, you have more questions. Shoot me a text to my cell phone. I'll answer you back and kind of let you know what is and what isn't available. Overall though, guys, this is kind of interesting. So when they start cutting things like that, it's kind of letting me know that they're, I would say, dwindling down for the 2022 model year. They don't want to disappoint their customers by being able to still fulfill what they can build, but they don't want to let you order something that they know they can't build. I've also been seeing that there is some more options, and there's actually a spot here for the 2023 model year, but the only things we can order so far look like the Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer long wheelbase, the Grand Cherokee 3-row, and the all-new Grand Cherokee 2-row. So that's available right now if you guys are looking to place an order for any of those. Maybe you guys drive other vehicles, you've got other family members. We can actually go through and build one of those out. But what that lets me know is that maybe they're kind of working on the 2023 Wrangler and when they're going to be able to start those order banks, and hopefully that is soon. I know last year the order banks opened for the 22 model year in October with production starting November, December area. So if we see that this year, there could actually be a pretty decent gap in between when you can actually order a Wrangler for the model year. So if we're looking, so it's just about the second week of May, and we're already seeing all of these closures in different build options. So if you guys are looking to place an order, definitely reach out to me if you want to build one of these, because honestly, I don't know when they're going to drop them. Now, I've checked a couple comments, and you know, I would say 99% of them are positive, and those are the ones that I focus on, all you guys that have been following along. But some people seem to think that I'm trying to scare, you know, folks into ordering, and really I'm not, because I've fielded and dealt with a ton of customers that waited a weekend, waited another week to place theirs, and their options were gone. Their 392 is gone, the 36 gone, the Extreme Recon is removed. As I mentioned before, we're not trying to scare you into any sort of deal here. We're literally just letting you know what's going on the back end here, as much as we can let our audience know. And the biggest thing for me, it's kind of neat, we see a lot of our videos posted on the JL Wrangler forums and a lot of other online areas, just because we're letting you guys know. We're letting you know what comes on the Extreme Recon. We're taking deep dives into what options are available, and we're just being a resource for you guys. But the coolest thing is that you can actually order through us as well. So if you want to order through a company that's letting you know exactly what's going on in the Jeep market, and it's probably going to be a way better resource for when your Jeep vehicle is being ordered, built, and delivered, definitely reach out to my work cell phone. Now at the end of this, I did make my own decision. I picked up my personal phone and gave my work phone a call and placed an order for a brand new 2022. Let's jump into it and I'll talk about exactly what I ordered and why I placed it. Yep, I'm ready to place the order. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead here and build out my Wrangler. Now, I wanted to put my money where my mouth was and place an order for a 2022 while I still could. I'm kind of in between new Wranglers. I've always had older ones. I've always had at least one in the fleet. I've got a fully built off-road camping trailer, and now with, you know, my son being here, I really want to be able to start going out again and camping, and I wanted to build out something that fit my lifestyle. I made a lot of hard decisions. I was thinking about doing a Willys Sport with the Extreme Recon, building it completely out, and then doing a little hack by adding the half door option and being able to get power doors and everything added to that. So a pretty decent option, but the way I built it out, it turned out to be 47 or 48,000. So it got a little bit expensive for a Willys Sport. My second option was to go all the way crazy and go up to a 392, starting at 77 grand, and then I was gonna build it out if the XR was still available and put that on. But then that honestly pushed it up to about the $85,000, $86,000 range. And for what I'm doing, for the camping, for the wheeling I'm gonna do with a little one in the back, spilling apple juice and God knows what else all over the seat, I don't think I would have, I don't know if I would have the patience or really the ability in my head to watch an $86,000 Wrangler just get destroyed out on the tight trails that I would take it on, especially camping and with a little one in the back. So ultimately I did choose the Rubicon. So let's go on a Rubicon 4-door. I built it out and I'm gonna show you exactly the way that I ordered it. I hope this is interesting to you guys because it took a lot of time for me to pick out a Jeep, especially when I have, I don't know, 60, 70 orders placed right now. And I build these things out all day. So really I get to see all the color options, all the trims, all the tricks to it. So I started off with a base 4-door, and then I did go with the high velocity yellow. So right away, did the high velocity. I took the plunge after seeing Jess's come in. Huge shout out to you, thanks for purchasing with us, but I loved it when it came in. Next thing I did, we'll pick it right away. I added the Extreme Recon package. So I'm gonna choose my engine, and here's another giveaway. I did go with the 2.0 liter on this one. I plan on doing a lot of highway cruising, a lot of long distance journeys up to the upper peninsula of Michigan, all the way up through the East Coast. And I wanted something that gives me good fuel economy, but also will allow me to have some decent low end torque with the 35s and the 456 gears. So we'll scroll on down through. Now for me, I'm a big hardtop, soft top guy, so I flop back and forth a ton. So I did go with the dual top group on this one. So I'll go ahead and select that there. Maybe, yeah, it'll throw the hard top on. And I did just select the black hard top. I wanted to give a little bit of contrast with the high velocity. Scrolling down through here, I used to be able to do it, and this is why I always say pick the options and order it when you can, because in the beginning I could order the dual door group with this color, but now I can't, so I can't option that. Really stank, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. I chose the integrated off-road camera for the front. I thought for the 695, it is a great option, and it's really hard for me to do that aftermarket, if not dang near impossible to do. Scrolling down through here, I did option just the cloth interior. I do like the cloth, and I have some plans with the interior of the Wrangler, so I didn't want to choose the base leather. I have some plans to customize the seats, so I'm going to keep scrolling down. I didn't choose the floor mats on there. I have a set laying around already. If I go down through, here's some options that I choose, and these are some things that I recommend always on these. I added the LED group, the cold weather group, and then I also added the trailer tow group. Now I didn't go with any of the safety groups. I personally don't use them that much, and the steel bumper group for me just doesn't work out. I always modify them and change them up with aftermarket, so I didn't option with that one. It is a great option. I highly contemplated it, but I didn't decide to pull the trigger. So there you can see my engine choice on there, 456 gears. And that's about it. It came to a total of just about $60,000. And because we are below MSRP, I did get a little bit of a better deal on it, but here's what it looks like at the end. I went with a black top. Actually, I'm forgetting one thing. Let me jump this in. Forgot about one thing here. I thought something looked a little bit different. Actually, the price looked a little bit wrong to me. I did decide to add the body color Rubicon Highline fenders. That's something I always add on my builds, and I really like it in this because on the Rubicon you have a 2-piece, so it gives it a nice contrast there. So here we'll give you a final look of what it looks like. There you have it. If the Jeep website uploads, it's still showing the black fenders. There you have high velocity fender flares on there, Rubicon 2-liter turbo. So I've got a lot of big plans for this one, and I'm in the waiting game now. So I ordered it a couple days ago. I already have a VIN number for it, so I'm now just gonna have to constantly watch it when I come into work. But I'm really excited about this one, and if you guys are excited too about placing an order, definitely reach out to me. It takes about 2 seconds to give me a call or shoot me a text, or even reach out, directly through their website. Everything can come through, and we'll have somebody build that for you and get you a great price and have it come into our dealership. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know this might be a little bit longer here talking about my Jeep at the end, but it's something I'm excited about, and it's something I talked to a lot of you guys about, placing an order for that next adventure vehicle for you and your family to just really go out and have a good time with. Till next time, I'll keep bringing you all these resources and all this news about what's going on in the Jeep community. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Matt from Susquehanna Auto.